Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the Indian diaspora in Abu Dhabi. Ahlan Modi is one of the biggest diaspora events outside of India so far. In his two-day visit to the United Arab Emirates, Prime Minister Modi will interact with the Indian diaspora. Enthusiasm for the grand event is evident from the over 60,000 registrations last week. A major attraction will be over 700 cultural artists displaying India's diversity at the event. 150 Indian community groups are involved in the event that will highlight diverse Indian cultures. India's ambassador to the UAE, Zayed spoke to WION's principal diplomatic correspondent, Sidan Sibyl, about the mega event.
Well, this country, as you said, is home to more than 3.5 million Indian nationals, which makes it the country which has the largest Indian national population anywhere in the world. I can say with confidence that each one of them is keen to see Prime Minister Modi. And that's why the community has come together to organize this mega event in Abu Dhabi called Ahlan Modi. Ahlan is a very beautiful word in Arabic, which actually means welcome. So it is their way of welcoming Prime Minister Modi. Is going to be held in Abu Dhabi at the Zayed Port City.
Our principal diplomatic correspondent, Sidan Sibyl, is joining us live from Abu Dhabi. Sidan, great to see you. How's the mood like on the ground there as the crowd waits for India's Prime Minister?
Well, Susan, the mood is electrifying. I'm standing at the Zayed Sports City Stadium, where it's a packed stadium. We know that the organizers were overwhelmed by the response, and several members of diaspora registered for it. I have been telling about this since morning that UAE hosts 3.5 million members of Indian diaspora. That's one of the largest Indian diasporas anywhere on the planet. So it is natural that diaspora is going to converge to listen to the Prime Minister. But let me just give you a visual of the situation on the ground, how essentially the celebration is underway on the ground. You can see the song and music being played as well. The diaspora, of course, very excited and happy. Sir, if my camera person can show a view of the entire the place where the songs are being played. It is truly a very, very electrifying moment. The entire stadium is now witnessing that moment where the diaspora members are waiting for the Prime Minister to come. Now, remember, Susan, that in the past as well, Indian Prime Minister has been addressing diaspora events. But what is different this time is that this is one of the biggest in scale in terms of participation of the diaspora members. The Indian Prime Minister, when last time he visited UAE, he had addressed the diaspora in the past, but this is something very special. Remember that the India-UAE relationship has grown strength to strength. This is the 7th visit of Indian Prime Minister. Just last year, the Indian Prime Minister visited the country 2 times. Now today, when he met the UAE President, several pacts were announced and signed. One includes the digital payments connectivity, also a framework agreement on physical connectivity, that is the India, Middle East and Europe corridor, and essentially also on how both countries can work on trade, with the bilateral investment treaty being signed as well. It was ratified by the Indian cabinet. But before I leave you, let me again give you visuals of the ground. That's the moment, that's the mood on the ground of how people are celebrating the Prime Minister's arrival. In approximately, I can say, 15 minutes minutes, the Indian Prime Minister will be coming here and will be addressing this mega gathering of diaspora here in UAE. It's a two-day visit. He also travels to Dubai for the World Government Summit and then the inauguration of the much-awaited BAPS Hindu Mandir, which is the first traditional Hindu Mandir of UAE and the biggest Hindu temple of the West Asian region.
Absolutely incredible. Sidan, thank you so much for all of those updates. And of course, we'll be following very closely and talking to you again very soon. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.